Have you ever experienced erectile dysfunction? And if you did, how did you get rid of it? If you were to redo your first cycle ever, what would you use? What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. We'll be talking about steroids today with Ifbb Pro Samuel Dixon. Let's go meet him. And just remember, guys, this video is for entertainment purpose only. So if you're watching this to get actual doctor advice, just visit your doctor. All right, so this is my boy Sam. I'm gonna let Sam do his introduction.
What's going on, guys? Sam Dixon. So I'm actually super excited to do this video because we're doing leg day and he has no idea what we're gonna do. So that's pretty awesome. Hope you guys are doing good. So Sam Dixon, Ifbb Pro Elite. I'm here. I'm training always at this gym. It's actually, we hit another workout earlier. We're doing legs today. There's tons of machine. It's really awesome. I'm super stoked. So you guys are gonna love this. And we're also gonna talk about steroids, which is, I'm actually super excited about that too because people don't talk about it the right way. We want to give you information. I'll tell you the real stuff. I know everything about it. I know everything that's wrong or right about it, so we'll give our insights about that. That's interesting. So stay tuned. Let's hit the workout. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Like I said, guys, this is not just a drug channel. So we're gonna take you through a balls to the walls leg day, and then we're gonna sit down and get real personal with Sam. So
let's do it. When you ask yourself, you always like, should I do one more set? Always yes. It's always a question you have to say yes and do it. Those are the gain sets. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do one last set. We're gonna do a triple drop set. So maximum rep, few reps, drop set, third weight, maximum, drop, maximum. So we're gonna be dead.
To always train with people better than you. It always gives you something to look forward to. So we just finished that leg workout and like I didn't squat and this was like the first leg day back and I'm shaking right now.
Yeah, I feel good, so that's a sign that we're dead. I'm just exhausted, so it's all good.
But I want to get into the main topic of this video because Sam and I have a very similar vision. We're all about lifting each other up and just being straight up 100% honest, no bullshit, because we want to make sure the generations going up have as much knowledge as we've gained through the entire years. Now, obviously, this has been a huge series, and the layout we're gonna do of this video is I threw up a poll on my Instagram asking you guys for some questions that you wanted Sam or I to answer. We are going to do a 2-minute burnout round where I'm gonna go question after question after question, and he's gonna answer to the best of his ability within 10 seconds. At the end of this video, for you guys that want more in-depth knowledge, I'm gonna have Sam break down some of his #1 tips he has learned and he knows while taking steroids. And your speed round starts now.
Let's go.
Sam, if you do several cycles and PCTs along the years, will your hormones always balance out back to its original levels?
I think not necessarily. The thing is, you want to do it. I think there's 12 months in a year, so 3 months on, 3 months off is a great way to like balance it out. But if you do it too longer, your body's gonna hard them to recuperate, and that's you can have problems.
What is BPC 157 used for?
It's a peptide. It's a healing peptide that not a lot of people know about. I'm a firm believer. I read tons of crazy articles that really like it works, right? So it's injectable in your injury in the tendons, and it's really acts really greatly with GH and alone.
Have you ever used a hair loss prevention protocol, and if so, what was it?
Nope, my dad has a lot of hair, I'm pretty lucky, so yes.
Can you take steroids with being a type 1 diabetic? I haven't seen any videos on the subject before.
That's a very good question. I would say yes, because a lot of things, some steroids can have to do with like low blood sugar pressures and stuff like that. So I need to ask my friend doctors to really know in depth about that subject, but I'll get back to you.
If you were to redo your first cycle ever, what would you use?
Good question. Depending on my goal, if it's just a growth, a little test, maybe Anavar, very mild, not a lot of tests, just to say you start off, your body's ready, you crush it.
Thoughts on cycling Anadrol or orals by itself?
I'm really not a big fan because people are scared of the injectables, so they take orals thinking it's just like little creepy little candies, but the liver really toxifies and it's really not good. Anadrol is really bad for you, it's very strong, so watch out.
Can Hrt make you infertile?
That's a good question, but I would say no, okay? Because testosterone is base, you're taking more testosterone, there is a suppression, so your body doesn't create sperm in a way, but you can still be fertile. So it really depends on people, though. I've seen different sides of it.
Do you take growth hormone, and have you noticed an effect on it?
I do. I'm a firm believer in growth hormone. This is key for some people that are a certain level. The goal here is to take a small amount long term, okay? And I'm not taking it's good, you should take it, but obviously it's something that's very underrated. In the States it's legal, in Canada it's not, and it's something that's very therapeutical in the right dosages.
What is your thought on blasting and cruising versus coming completely off?
That's a very good question. Myself, I'm a cruising, okay? I decided because it's actually not bad for your health to go off and to be, test deprived and have that crash even though you use HCG. So sometimes it depends on what you want to do. But if you want to stop doing cycles in 10 years, then you have no testosterone. So it's a question you need to ask yourself. But I'm a firm believer if constant approach of being healthy and balanced is the right way. So if you're going to cruise the rest of your life and you're fine with it, perfect.
Have you ever experienced erectile dysfunction? And if you did, how did you get rid of it?
I would say the only time maybe is when you come off a cycle, you kind of have that little downer sometimes that your body is just like a little down, even if you're on TRT, there's kind of a little draining feeling. So obviously Cialis is key at that moment.
How have you improved your digestion so you can eat more and more efficiently?
That's a good question. I've been struggling a lot with digestion. Digestion is key, okay? So never underestimate. You need to pay attention on digestion, of your intolerances, all these things. It's really important for all the gains, regardless steroids or not.
Can you make it to an Ifbb Pro status without steroids?
Yes, you can. There's a very minimal percentage. You have to be a genetic freak and do all the things 100%. It's very rare. I'd say yes, it is, but nowadays the level is so pushed up that it's very hard.
What is your thoughts on using steroids versus Sarms for a first cycle?
That's a very good question. The only thing I see the problem is Sarms are kind of legal in a gray zone. Steroids are not technically. So the thing is people tend to go with Sarms, but technically RAD is like test. It has the same effect. So why would you do something that's actually a little more pricier and it's just easy to use, right? The testosterone that's injectable directly in your body, doesn't go through your liver, so something to think about.
All right, guys, so that concludes our speed round, and a lot of your guys' questions were trying to compare two drugs that you can't really compare, so we did leave those questions out. So I'm gonna open up the floor to Sam here, and we're gonna dive a little more into depth with PCT, blasting versus cruising, and how you can really optimize your steroid cycle, but not optimize it for the amount of gains and strength that you want, but that you can also be safe. So we're gonna kind of let Sam talk for the next 3 or 4 minutes. I hope you guys like it. I hope you can get some knowledge out of this, but please remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. We're both vegan CrossFitters who have never taken steroids in our entire life, and we're literally just telling you this for absolute entertainment purposes. So Sam, I'm gonna open up the floor to you, so please give my subscribers some knowledge.
Perfect, let's talk about veganism. So I'm not encouraging you at any means to do steroids, okay? So I think the important thing is if you do make the decision to take some, I think it's important to have the right education. This is why it's important for us to talk about it. So for take steroids, okay, you need to know is when you start taking steroids, your testosterone levels are suppressed, right? So in any amount, if you take 200 milligrams, 500 milligrams, it doesn't matter, you're suppressed. So you're gonna have some problems eventually to putting back on your normal state. That's why doing a proper PCT is right. When I mentioned in the questions, I talked about the 3 months on, 3 months off, 3 months on. So it's like 2 cycles a year that you can actually stay off at 3 months, so your body can start back doing the proper PCT with HCG and get back to normal before you start another cycle. So your body's better, it's recuperated. Your receptors are ready to be actually taking the test and using it efficiently too. So you don't need to up your dosages until it becomes like water and it's not useless. You see all these guys always on test and it's like it's not even working anymore. That's not the right thing to do. So we want to stay knowledgeable about this factor and do it the right way. So it's not about the big dosages, it's about the consistency and doing it rightly. So from my experience, if you choose on doing it, don't overdo it. Do it small. It needs to be strategically placed. You need to plan it in your calendar and how, okay, I'm gonna do the cycle there, I'm gonna be off, I'm gonna still continue to work as hard, eat my meals, do all the things I need to do while I'm off and get still results. I grow when I'm off season. I stay fairly lean because I choose to eat right when I'm off season. It was not always like that. I used to be less motivated, a little bit more fat, and just like, you know, do less things, but it doesn't matter. If you take steroids, it's a boost. It'll permit you to do all these things and take it to the next level, which you're allowed to do because you're doing all these things. But nowadays, you guys, some people don't do all these things, and they just want the hack, the fast-acting secret to get results. And that's where it becomes complicated, because when you stop, you don't do all these fundamentals, that you're actually not gaining weight, but you're losing muscles, you're getting depressed, all of these psychological things that come up, and it's not good. So do it wisely. We're gonna try and give you as many tips as we can, and just the consistency, the right approach, and the right dosages is key. Hope this helped a lot, guys. Stay tuned. We'll talk about it later.
Alright guys, so I think we're gonna make this a massive series. So don't forget, Sam has his own YouTube channel which covers a lot of the exact same things I cover. So you're gonna be able to see kind of his perspective, my perspective, and like I always say, this whole game is trying to get as many perspectives as possible and then finding out what works best for you and what you feel comfortable with. I wanted to put this video out to get a general topic to show you guys that he's huge, and he's not blasting year round. He's not taking these astronomical doses. He's not doing something that anyone else that you guys sitting at home can't do. He's just been strategic every single day for how many years now?
It's been what, 10 years now?
10 fucking years, every single day, doing every single thing properly, and this is what he's been able to achieve, and there's no reason you can't either. So thank you guys so much for watching. Sam, what's your socials?
Yes, YouTube Samuel Dixon, and Instagram SamDixon_fitness.
So guys, those are going to be the first links in the description. We have Martin behind the camera. Like I said, he's filming 2 videos every single week, so make sure to go show him some love, because it's always the camera guys that never get the fucking love. So
we love you, bro.
Alright guys, so like I said, we are taking Instagram to the next level, so make sure to follow Sam, follow me, follow Martin. All of our links are right in the first bio, and if you guys follow all of us, make sure to DM me training plan, and I'll be sending you a free training plan, as well as every new follower, I put 10 cents into a jar, and at the end of the month, I give all that money away. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to drop some individual content ideas in the comment, because if you guys want one video that's like testosterone, we'll make it happen.
Let's go.
We'll see you next week.